They'll start on the ground with Swift. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. Felder. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try to wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, you've been all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the tick.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
On second down, Swift. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on second down, Felder. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Swift going to try up the middle. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On 3rd and 2, Felder. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 13 yards out. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Now a give, right side, Swift. Down to about the 22 here. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 42 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Let's go now.
Here's Swift. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stock troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after it. Put the pressure on them.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2000...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there. Turn it over that deep in their own territory.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going. Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Austin's got it left side. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself, thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 53 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Options galore here, second and a few inches. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Evan Ingram, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On second down, ETN once more. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at the 23. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there, 14 yards. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Felder. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On the handoff, this is Swift. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
At the 36-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Felder. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Okay, ready.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Felder. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift as the 1st half is winding down. And the Lions are able to add on to their 1st half lead. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. In this case, they were able to retain possession.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with ETN. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He finds Austin complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Etienne, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll set up a throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop the throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
This is Swift on the counter. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 30. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Once again, it's Swift. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now it's Swift. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but not from a spot. Actually, no gain. So 3rd and long.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
To throw on 3rd down. Felder. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. And It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline. And they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking to throw. Felder. Going across the formation, he finds Fryermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Running is Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. They find some open field here. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run here with Swift. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Second down at 4. Here's Swift.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here comes Swift.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. The ball comes out, and does Washington have it? They do.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Following the fumble recovery, Mills. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Working out of the gun, Mills. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and 12, Powell. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Powell throwing on third down here. He gets it to Thomas.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Mills. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Chase Young able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mills under pressure. They got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll go play action. Howell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
He finds his target. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's a gain of 35. A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Out of the air on 1st and 10. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Faking the handoff. Howell. Sliding out of the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Third and long. Here's Howell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd down. Howell now.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead down to 3 at 13-10.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Mills. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Deron Payne. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
3rd and long for Mills.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Montez Sweat providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Caught out left side by Robinson.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw again on second down. Howell. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Trayvon Diggs, usually known for interceptions. Here he gets a sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Howell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They go play action. Mills.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Chase Young
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Fourth down, Mills.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He's got room past the 30.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
First down, Howell to throw.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Howell looking to throw again.
Catch here, left side, Thomas.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field, very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
For the play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
And now here is another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave left.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting. Out of the gun, it's Howell.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice, long, soaking hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. On first down, Howell.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. On second down, a run with Gibson.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
On the counter, Gibson.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. He connected on his first, this from 41.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Mills. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Mills. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown, Cowboys! Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 70. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now the rookie's free. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So this one will end in a victory for the